the getting started guide. It has you download. Well, we already downloaded, right? And then it has you go through these steps. Let's count how many steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I counted correctly. We could also try this to ordered list HTML. Will count it for us. Ordered list. Whoops. 16. Okay. So what is Maven? We looked at that last time. It's kind of nice because Java by itself is very strict, and the compilation be very unfriendly to use. So let's jump to the how do I make my first Maven project? It has us try this on the command line. It's a multi-line statement here. Let's try this. So actually, let me just see if Maven is in my environment. Is it where or? Okay. Yes, I have it. Does your computer know about Maven? If you do where.exe on npm. Oh, okay, that's yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's try this multi-line command here. Actually, yeah, it's not going to work on the PowerShell because PowerShell doesn't like these backslashes for new line. So we should actually copy this out. Let me just see where I am. So I'm in C users archetype. I think it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's try this by copying. Did you do? Yeah, because it's gonna need all these parameters for the example that they're having us work through. So let's take a look at what the parameters are. Actually, that's another thing. We need to quote each of the parameters separately when using PowerShell. PowerShell does not like this way of splitting things. No, CMD is more like, actually I think this is designed for CMD. So I think that if we opened a command terminal, that it would not complain. Oh, am I wrong? Maybe this is bash syntax. So the backslash is, yeah, the backslash is for bash. Actually, I'm not sure how to do multi-line. I think it's a backtick. Multi-line statement in PowerShell. Yeah, it's the backtick. So it's like, yeah, exactly. But whatever, let's just try it this way because we have to do all this weird stuff anyway. Might as well. Another thing, actually, let me think. So, wait, rerun Maven using the -x. What happened here? There was like a clean command somewhere. See if I can. Yeah, exactly. That's it. MDN clean. Oh, actually, where? Yeah. Ooh. Scanning for projects. The goal you specified requires a project. Ah, right. That makes sense. I'm not even in a project. So what was the primary failure on the scanning for projects? Downloading, downloaded, build failure. Okay. No plugins found. Nope. Let me just. Alright. And what is Maven local repo? What is that directory? Ah, okay. In the E drive? Wait, so here it says no plugin found for the prefix archetype. No plugin found for the archetype, but what we did was hash b generate. Let's try it. Wait, so I'm more confused about your error actually than mine, because I saw last time that Maven has to download and then it will not complain. But oh, actually no, we do have the same error. So let's try. Wait, so no plugin found, and the plugin groups available from the repository is central. Okay, let's try just running it again, because I think this is about download caching. You went to the website that it went to? Wait. Yeah. Try running it again, because it might just be a timing out issue. But we are both using the .m drive or directory, right? The sorry, is it .m or .m2? Let's see. All from last week, right? Yeah. So it puts it in there. Let's see, how do we change the default? Change default Maven repo directory? I'm not even sure. I think this is the module directory, actually. Yeah, maybe I should put actually .m. Like, erase repo. Change default Maven directory. Even searching. And I'm offline. Are you still connected? Oh, it's trying to parse my search as a website. Annoying. Yeah, it was like, yeah, because of the .m. I think, maybe I'm wrong actually. .m2. Yes, that's like an Opera thing. Are you using Chrome? Okay. Yeah, in Chrome it just is the pinned pages or whatever. So these are like the default. Oh, my internet is really slow though. Or what's happening? Wait, so is it? Maybe we're having internet issues here. Seems. Maybe you can search for. Yeah. Let's just search for default to see how to change.
Dash.
Dash B. Dash. Oh wow, that's a long. Wait, did you do the dash X switch? Is that why?
Oh yeah, that's probably.
Okay, so it has a long. Let me just see here. Dot M. Well, you can't search. So. Yeah. Local repository is at user.home. Okay, whatever. We won't try to change that. Oh, somebody did ask this actually. How to specify?
Disable dash X.
Yeah. Guess I'm gonna force quit this. Try again. So should I do back dash X also? There. Cannot find. Downloading from Central. So it's trying to download this. Having trouble? Supposedly? Oh, you can specify. You did the command from last week, right?
This is the command dash.
Oh, wait, there was. That's a good question. Dash B. Let me see it. Oh, build, I think. Yeah, it does look like the same as last time's. It does look exactly the same. Guess I'm just timing out on this request. Let me just see, is there even such a file? Yes, there is. It's 13 kilobytes? Is that kilobytes? Bytes? Why would it time out on that? Yeah, it's not loading any of the endpoints. Oh, finally now it's loading.
Make it work. I just have to move dash P.
No, but I think Maven was having some issues because it just started loading for me, like the XML. So I'm not even gonna. Okay, I'm gonna force quit this again and try.
So.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it does want it outside? Interesting. Okay. So it otherwise doesn't understand. Okay. Strange. Basically, it doesn't see the dash B if it's wrapped in a quotation mark. Okay. And it just creates the my dash app folder, right? With yeah. Okay. That's what it did for me as well. Okay, good. All right, so we're back where we were last time, basically. All right. So go back to. I did find how to specify a different directory, but I guess it's not that important. So then we're supposed to examine the XML that it generated and compare with the one that it shows us here. There's no uh 19, yeah, you're right. Yeah, split up. Right. Okay. So it is the same, maybe this version is different. The JUnit version is different. That's the only difference I see. The JUnit version is 4.11 in the thing, and for us, yeah, for us it's okay. All right. Yes. Okay, so we get two things. We get app.java and apptest.java. Yeah, we can do tree.com on my app. So actually, how do we? I wonder if there is an option for show the leaf nodes. Display the names of the files. Oh, here we go. Let's try this. Dash F. Hey, it works. So you can do tree.com dash F and then sorry, /F. Yeah. Okay, so it created this stuff. How do I compile my application source? Then we do. I guess we have to move into the directory, and then MVN compile. You got error?
Source option 5 is
Source option 5. Oh yeah. I think I remember this. Compiler plugin and 0.1. Okay, let's see if we can find this. So Maven-Compiler Plugin. Okay, I think that if we do
project.
Okay, this does give some more feedback. Let's see, can I find exactly where it is? Yeah, the source. Yeah, exactly. Source 1.5. Org dot build single thread. So this is the whole stack trace passwords. All right, I'm just gonna go to this website. It tells me it's gonna be helpful. So you searched it, the text of this, and yeah. Oh, probably there's a typo there, yeah. So do we just need to... Oh, I see. So probably in the POM, we need to... Actually, I don't see where the compiler version is. Okay, so we're supposed to do... plugins. So do I have tag named plugins? No. Do I have one called plugin management? No. Do I have one called build? No. So where am I supposed to throw this XML? Where to inject? So I see that this person says, add this to your pom.xml. But where do I add it? Don't know. Oh man, let me try putting it just before dependencies. Let me try putting it here. No idea if this is correct. I'm gonna try it though. It's like stumbling around in the dark to see what works. There were some other answers as well, actually. Failure, problems with Java 12, macOS build issues. I've removed the JDK 12. Wow, this person actually downgraded. Yeah, I feel like there must be a better way. I've tried to state. Let's see, did it? Oh, it didn't complain now.
Yes.
So just throwing that random XML into my pom.xml allowed it to finish. I'm not sure if it did the right thing though. Let's see. I will just paste this into our Discord, maybe. Sorry. So if you just put that, so where did I put that again? I put that. Yeah, right before dependencies, on line 10. Yeah, exactly. That's somehow it worked. Somebody made the same comment. Maybe I should onto it. Somebody is asking this question. Since we solved it, now we can help people. Okay. So what did it say here? Maybe you could have read this. Servers issue. Okay, this is not our issue. All right, whatever. It's working now, it seems, anyway. So servers issue. Okay, this is not our issue. So, all right, whatever. It's working now, it seems, anyway. So, okay, so now we are on. Let's just see. Where did we? Maven-Compile, and then
Supposed to say this.
so 26 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are it doesn't say the final memory and stuff. I've noticed. I think that was an old version that used to do that. And then
It's supposed to say this.
so this suggests to me that there.
Seconds.
Yeah, it's a long time. They were using an old computer. I think that their pom.xml
It doesn't
for this
say
example needs to be updated. The final memory and stuff. I've noticed. I think that was an old version that used to do that. So this suggests to me that their. Yeah, it's a long time. They were using an old computer. I think that their pom.xml for this example needs to be updated. I wonder if so was this forked by somebody? Is this open source? Is Maven open source? Oh yeah, that's it. Is Maven, if Maven is open source, Apache is the creator. Go in there and so we can actually go in and fix this problem. Was this forked by somebody?
GitHub/Apache.
Oh yeah, that's it. Introduction to POM. Wait, so so there's actually several. Apache is the creator. One is the Maven website itself. So we can actually go in, and the other thing is actually POM.h. Fix this problem for them. Okay, but let's just keep going with the tutorial and introduction to POM. Wait, so so there's actually several things that need to be fixed. It says the first time you execute this, Maven will need to download all the plugins and related dependencies it needs to fulfill. So it tells us that. Okay, but let's just keep going with the to finish. Then how do I maybe we can do the. How do I compile my test sources and run my unit tests? It says the first time you execute this, Maven will need to download all the plugins and related dependencies it needs to fulfill. So it tells us that it's going to take some time to finish. And then how do I? I'm not sure. I think there's more than one. How do I compile my test sources and run my unit tests in the Maven? Do this MBN or there may be test because I think the first one was supposed to do hello world. Let's see what this one is supposed to do.
So this is just a more deep version, I guess.
So it's yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's more than one. My says build success tests example run one the Maven, and it seems to have passed them all. Because I think the first one was supposed to do hello world, and there's also this Surefire Reports thing that it generated, I guess. So it's here's Yes. Yeah. So it says build success, tests run one. Oh, yours and it seems to have passed them all. And there's also this Surefire Reports thing that it generated, I guess. So because your project directory is not where your home directory is, it puts the report in another. Oh, yours was interesting. I mean the Surefire. Okay, interesting. So because your project directory is not where your home directory is.
You're right. Okay.
It put the report in another. Where did it put the report? So if we open this,
I mean the Surefire thing.
there's an XML.
Surefire thing. So I saw it said like C
okay.
:/test. Oh no! Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
That's the same design. A little bit more. So if we open this, it has all the different environment, there's an XML. Basically, it's a printout of my Java environment. Okay. Tells me where everything's located. Okay, so XML now is so now we're supposed to do this mdn test-compile. It has all the different. If you simply want to compile your tests, test sources, but not execute the
basically
test, use the following.
Printout of
we can compile the test without running Java environment. Tells me where everything's located. Okay, so now we're supposed to do this mdn test-compile. If you simply want to compile your test sources, but not execute the test, you can use the following.
There's no space.
So we can compile the test without running them, supposedly. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you got an error? Yeah, because we just did tests, so it has nothing to compile. But I think if we do mdn clean, let's see if this works.
My dash app.
And then do
dash compile? No,
maybe
there's no space. Yeah, test that.
Something to do. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because we just did tests, so it has nothing. You just detected. But I think if we do mdn clean, okay, let's see if this works. And then do. Okay, so we can package it for shipment, like delivery to a client, for example, or another Java program by doing mdn package. Okay. It's going to create the recompiling jar file. What? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we can package it for shipment, and like delivery to a client, for example, or another Java program by doing mdn package. It's going to create the jar file.
Just in the my app folder.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it tells us where. So the reason why they call it jar file snapshot is because I think we read this last time, but basically the snapshot is always the latest build, and yeah, so it's kind of like the nightly build. So the reason why they call it and the version number that snapshot is snapshot of is supposed to be the main. I think we read this last time, the main branch. But basically, so the snapshot is always the latest build, and so it's kind of like the nightly build. Yeah, here it is. It may not be stable. Value refers to the latest code, and the version number that it's a snapshot of is supposed to be the main. Conversely, the code in a release version, any version without a suffix snapshot, is the unchanging. Let's see if that's correct. Snapshot. In other words, snapshot is the development release before the final release version. The snapshot value is the latest code along the development branch. So snapshot is older than its code is stable or unchanging. Conversely, the code in there won't be any more snapshots of a certain version. Snapshot is the unchanging. It works. So basically, snapshot is the development release. You make a snapshot and you test it, and snapshot is older than run its release. And you find that it doesn't have any of the bugs. Means that it used to have, and it has all the there won't be any more snapshots, and so you release that version. Once it's no longer just a snapshot. It works. That's the reason why. So basically, I think that's the reason why you make a snapshot, and the final release is always newer than the snapshot. And you find that it doesn't have any of the bugs. You then find some bugs that it used to have, and it has minor functionality. And so you release that version. Starting at it's no longer. Then you increment the just a snapshot becomes That's the reason why, I think that's the reason why compiling 1.1, the final release is always newer than the snapshot. So during the release process, a version of x.y-snapshot you increment the minor value during the release process. So if it's like starting at 1.0, plugin also. Then you increment the release process also increments the development version through x building dot y compiling 1.1 snapshot. For example, version 1.0 snapshot. So during the release process, a version of x.y and the new development version is x.y during the release process. So there's a release plugin also. So this is the release process also increments the new development version. Yeah, that's what we said. Okay, cool. So we understand. Y plus 1 dash snapshot. For example, what were the other things that version 1.0 dash snapshot is released as version 1.0, and the new development version is 1.1 dash snapshot. So this is released as 1.0, and the new development version is 1.0. Yeah, that's what we said. So we'll actually put it in our So what were the other things that it wanted us to do? Modules. So test compile. Do I have it already there? So what does this do? What was our okay? Let me just see here. Com, my company. Okay. Yeah, I think it's already here. So we'll actually put it in our. Okay, let me just delete this then. Modules. Way to do it. So if I just delete this, let me see there. This is safe. What was our? Yeah, all of my companies here. I assume there's nothing. Com legitimate inside of my company. Yeah, I think it's already here. Okay, let me just delete this then. Okay, cool. Is this the way to do it? So if I just delete this, let me see if this is safe. Oh, yeah, because it's a .pom file, or is so? Yeah, all of my companies because I assume there's nothing legitimate. Let me see. Did I install a Maven extension on mine? I feel like I Maven for Java. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, okay, so I installed this thing. I'm not sure if it will. Yeah, because it's a .pom file. So. Where was the .pom, by the way? Let me see. Did I install a Maven extension? Oh, it was. I feel like I. Okay. Okay. So let me try this. Install. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. So I installed this thing. I'm not sure if it will.
I think I have that too. Yeah.
Okay. Where was the .pom, by the way?
Oh, it was in the.
So it's supposed to be. Oh, it was. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me try this install and see if it complains about it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, so it's supposed to be creating this thing here. The Surefire plugin looks for tests contained in files with a particular naming convention. Yeah, so it looks for files that have the test.java, or they start with test and end with .java now, or they end with testcase.java. And it excludes the Surefire plugin looks for tests contained in files with a particular naming convention. It excludes, yeah, so it looks for files that have the test.java, or they start with test and end with .java. Wait, why does it exclude or they end with testcase.java? And maybe because Java automatically goes and fetches those. Let me see. It excludes. Why does Maven exclude files abstract that are abstract? Wait, why does it exclude abstracts? Maybe because Java automatically goes and fetches those. I guess Java automatically includes. Why does Maven exclude the abstract versions? Because they are interfaces. There's probably something. So do you remember abstract classes were the? I guess Java automatically includes were the ones that are the abstract to be fulfilled by you, because you have to actually implement the logic
interfaces,
the body of the
so do you remember
the abstract
classes?
Classes
So the abstract
can define
like
fields and
were the ones that
method signatures,
but it doesn't go
into the actual
to be fulfilled by you.
You have to
Any
actually
given method.
although
implement
the
unless
logic
of
the
unless
body
the method
of the,
is the same for all
the abstract
classes.
implement
So
all,
the abstract
what
can
do they call
define like fields
implementations
and
that
method
class,
signatures,
the abstract class.
but it doesn't
Okay,
go
so
into the actual
here it also
implementation
talks
of,
about
any
ant,
given
and it
method.
compares
Although
using Maven to
unless
using ant, which is another build
unless the
tool,
method is the same
that's more
for
simple
all
by Apache.
implement
Um,
all what do they call it?
Implementations of.
Okay, so it
that
says, for what
class,
else do you
the
get for
abstract
free?
class.
There are a great number of
Okay,
Maven
so
plugins that work out of the
here
box
it also
with even a
talks
simple
about
POM
ant,
that we have,
and it compares
we'll mention
using
one here
Maven
specifically
to
as it is
using
highly
ant,
one
which
of
is
the highly
another
prized
build
features of
tool,
Maven. Without any
that's more
work on your
simple by
part,
Apache.
this POM has enough information to generate a website for your project.
You will most likely blah blah blah. So
Okay, so it says, for
we
what
can
else do you get
actually
for free?
create
There
a
are a
little
great number of
report
Maven plugins that work
by
out
doing
of the box
nvn
with
site,
even a simple
and then it
POM
generates
POM that we have.
it actually
Above.
generates
We'll
a
mention
website
one here specifically as
on
it
our
is
local
one of the highly prized features of Maven.
about
Without any work on your part,
about
this
the app.
POM has enough information to generate a website for your project.
You will most likely blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So we can actually create a little report by doing nvn site, and then it generates it actually generates a website
Required class
on our
was
local
missing.
computer about
Probably this is a typo.
about the app.
Use the dash X.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, did we have the same error?
Failed to execute a goal.
Failed to execute.
Yep, that's the same.
Required class was missing.
Interesting.
Probably this is a timeout issue.
So what?
Use the dash X.
Oh. Try Googling.
Let's see, did we have the same error?
Failed to execute a goal.
Or no, Apache plugins maybe set plugin.
Yep, that's the same as me. Interesting. So what is the
Error
deal with
injecting
this?
CI manager.
Let's try Googling.
Oh.
Random.
Highly recommended to fix these problems because they threaten the stability of your build. Port plugin. Error injecting CI manager.
I feel like Maven has a lot of things that aren't working correctly.
Oh. It's highly recommended to fix these problems because they threaten the stability of your build. And report plugin has an empty version. So we're supposed to just include that.
I feel like Maven has a lot of things that aren't working correctly.
Okay, yeah, I think you can just.
Okay.
So don't copy plugins. Just copy plugin.
Google search is taking
Yeah.
forever.
And put it inside of our plugin. So we're supposed to just include that in. Yeah, like exactly. Right.
Build.
Okay, yeah, I think you can just.
Probably we'll have to build the whole thing over again.
So don't copy plugins. Just copy plugin. Yeah, and then put it inside of our plugin tag. Yeah, like exactly. Right. That was good.
So probably we'll have to build the whole thing over again. No. Solution. This. Okay, yeah, it did work for you. So how did you find that?
I just looked over here. The error. It worked.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Doxia thing?
Okay, let me see. Check style. Oh, okay, yeah, it did work for you. So how did you find that? This one?
No, I just searched up. I just looked over here, right? And I saw that there was a error given as well. So
Oh, okay.
just searched up this.
Doxia thing?
Okay, let me see if I can find that line.
Fairly high up there. all the ads
Oh,
are.
my search feature is so slow.
Yeah,
This one?
Yeah, that one.
For some reason. I don't know if it's this browser or what.
The first.
Oops. Was it right? This is what we
Yes.
needed. My search feature is so slow. Just randomly copying and pasting for some reason. I don't know if it's this browser or what. Always good. I mean, I'm being facetious, but it's okay because the XML is so easy to understand. But it's not like we're copying and pasting. This is what we needed. Okay, code, just randomly copying and pasting things. Version specific. It's always good. I mean, okay. Let me try again. I'm being facetious, but so did you edit your, because the XML is so .pom file or the XML? But it's not like we're copying and pasting. Okay, code, because it's just I think I just version specification. Yeah. Okay, let me try again based on this POM. So did you edit your .pom file or the XML?
XML.
Okay. So I think I just edited the .pom file.
This is the one that's actually in the
Yeah.
folder of my app.
You try cleaning and then doing a site. The location is, oh yeah. So if you go into my dash app, there's a folder now called site. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh no, that's not it. Never mind. Yeah, there's a folder now called site in there. And then if you go to index.html, so this is actually the whole website for my app. Ruby, great. Are those the names of the plugins?
Dependency.
So odd.
Cradle, Scala.
Wait, how come mine doesn't have any? You have to go into Target. Oh, you have to go into Target. Okay. Okay. So I also generated the website. I guess it should look the same. Dependency information. Okay, this stuff. So I also generated the website, and I guess it should look the same for me as sounds German. Okay. Dependency information. So let's go back to here. This stuff. This will and clean will remove the target directory. Sounds German. So we read this already. How do we use plugins? Whenever you want to customize, you actually just make a note of the 2 errors that we got. So let's go back to here. Was
This will so mdn clean will remove the target directory. And okay, so we read this already.
Yeah.
How do we use
Here
plugins? Whenever you want to
And then
customize,
the second error
let me
that
actually
we
just
got
make a note of the 2 errors that we got. So
Yeah,
the first
it
error was this thing. Okay, we fix this. Both of them we fixed by adding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the
here it
XML
is.
file.
Okay, and then the
So,
second error that we got was whenever you. Okay, so now we're on the how do I use plugins. Whenever you want to customize the build for a Maven project, this is done by adding or reconfiguring plugins. Okay, and we
You know,
fixed
it's funny
this.
because I feel like I
Both
was
of them
able
we
to
fixed
get
by
these
adding
builds to work last week.
So maybe something has changed
Yeah,
since last
in the
week.
XML file.
That might
Okay.
be the case.
So,
Anyway, whenever you want to customize, so now we're on the how do I use plugins. Whenever you want to customize the build for a Maven project, this is done by adding
Maven
or
1.0
users. In
plugins.
Maven 1.0, you had to add.
You know, it's funny because I feel
you would
like
have
I
added
was able
some
to get
pre-roll
these
to
builds to work last week,
and
so
some
maybe
entries
something
to
has
project
changed
dot since
properties.
last week. Here is it is a little
That might
different.
be the case.
For this example,
Anyway,
we will configure the Java compiler.
whenever
to
you want to
allow
customize
JDK 5.
This is done by
sources.
adding or reconfiguring
This is
plugins.
as simple as adding
Note from
this
Maven
to
1.0
your
users.
users. In Maven 1.0, you had to add.
This is the thing.
You would have added
Wait,
some
this
pre-goal
looks like the
to
thing that we added.
Maven.xml and some entries to project.properties. Here is it is a little different. For this example, we will configure the Java compiler to allow JDK 5.0 sources. This is as simple as adding this to your POM.
Is this the thing?
Oh yeah, it's
Wait,
just that we
this
used
looks like the thing that we added.
1.8 instead of 1.5. Let's see here. Close these 2 things. And also, wait, version 3.3. We didn't put that thing. Oh yeah, it's just that we used, alright, 1.8 instead of 1.5. Yeah, that was for, and also,
Oh yeah, you're right. It is
wait, version 3.3.
Oh, so we should wait.
We didn't
confused.
put that, actually.
Hmm.
Artifact ID. Ah, I see. This is for
Alright.
the site plugin. This is for the compiler plugin. And this is for project
that was
info reports plugin. So they're different. They are different plugins.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're
It is
part of the
thing, isn't it?
the same.
Oh,
project.
so we should wait.
This one
Confused.
was the compiler plugin. Artifact
Okay.
ID. So it's a little different.
Ah, I see.
It's
This is
still
for the
a little
site
different
plugin.
This is for the compiler.
You'll notice
plugin.
that all
This
plugins
is for
in
Maven look like dependency, and in some ways they are. This plugin will be automatically downloaded and used, including a specific version.
one was
if you
the
request
compiler
it.
plugin.
The default is to use the latest available.
So it's a little
The configuration
different. It's
element
still a little
applies
different than ours.
the given parameters. To
You'll
every
notice that
goal
all
from the
plugins in
compiler plugin. Maven look like dependency,
Configuration.
and in some ways they are. This plugin will be automatically downloaded and used, including a specific version if you request it. The default is to use the latest available. The configuration element applies
the given
parameters
to
every goal
Okay,
from the
in the above
compiler
case,
plugin.
the
compiler plugin is already used as part of the build
Configuration
process, and this just
element.
changes the configuration.
You
It
see
is also
configuration
possible to
element?
add new goals to the process
Oh, yeah.
and configure
This is
specific goals. For information on this, see Introduction to the Build Lifecycle.
Applies the given to every goal.
Okay, in the above case, the
Build
compiler
lifecycle.
plugin is already
That's the next
used as
section.
part of the build process, and this just changes the
The next
configuration.
major section.
To
It's
find out
also
what
possible to
configuration is
add
available for a
new
plugin, you
goals
can see the
to the
plugins
process
list and
and
navigate
configure
specific goals.
to the
For
plugin
information
and
on this,
goal you are
see
using.
Introduction to the Build Lifecycle. For general information about how to configure the available parameters on a plugin, have
That's
a
the next
look
section
at
we're
the
gonna
guide to
look at.
configuring plugins.
The next major section.
To find out what configuration is
resources
available for a
to
plugin,
my
you can
jar?
see the plugins
Another
list
common
and
use
navigate
case that can be
to the
satisfied,
plugin
which
and
requires
goal
no
you are
changes
using.
to the POM that we have
For
above
general
is
information about
packaging
how to
resources
configure
in the jar file.
the available parameters
For
on
this
a
common
plugin,
task, Maven
have
again
a
relies
look
on
at
the
the
standard
guide to
directory
configuring
layout.
plugins. Okay.
How
means
do
by
I
using
add
standard
resources to my jar? Another common use case that can be satisfied, which requires no changes to the POM that we have above, is packaging resources in our jar. We have added the directory. For this common task, Maven again relies on the standard directory layout. Any resources we wish to package, which means by using standard Maven conventions, you can package resources within jars simply. So the simple rule employed by Maven is this: any directories or files placed within, you see below the base directory, we have added the directory resources are packaged into which we place any resources we wish to package starting at the base of the jar. Okay. So anything in resources is going to be employed by Maven wrapped inside any directories or files placed within the base directory thing that resources is deliverable are packaged in your jar with the exact same. So in this example, of the jar, we have a meta-inf. So anything in resources is going to be with an application inside the properties file within that directory. The package, the final. If you unpacked the jar that Maven created for you and look deliverable, take a look, you would see the following. So in this example, we have a meta-inf directory with an applications.properties file within that directory. If you unpacked the jar that Maven created for you and look and take supposedly a look in the jar file, you would see the following. We get these things. See? I guess I need to rebuild to get. So I think .jar uses simple result. So supposedly in the jar file that they generate, zip compression, we get these things. Let me just see. I'm just going to try using my archive. Is it? So I think .jar uses a simple. Oh, how did you? Oh, that you just ran tree.com on zip compression, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to try using my archive. Is it? Oh, wow, that was so bad. Yes, but this actually doesn't show you what's inside of the jar file. But, oh yeah, so if you open the jar file with a, you can actually rename it .zip. That might be, yeah. Yeah. You just, yes, but this actually doesn't show you what's inside of the jar file. Rename the jar. But, oh yeah, so if you open the jar file with a, you can actually rename it .zip. So you see it has a com folder and a, if you just rename that one. Yes. I'm just gonna rename the .jar to extract it. Yeah, okay, create a copy here. Wait. Okay. There. So you see it has a com folder and a yes. So I'm just gonna extract it. Yeah, it has all this stuff here. Wait. It has the compiled thing, and it also has this meta-inf. Let me just see. Let's compare this to the meta-inf. Yeah, this is exactly the same. So it has the manifest. So what is this .mf? Yeah, it has all this stuff. It has the compiled thing, and it also has this meta-inf. Let me just see. Let's compare this to the meta-inf. Yeah, this is exactly the same. Okay. So it has the manifest. And, yeah, there's other things. What is this .mf? I've never seen that file. I don't know what this is. Oh, actually, this is right. .manifest, right? Okay. IG-double-B. I'm not sure about that. And yeah, there's other things as well. So I don't know what this is actually. So I guess since we're out of time, let's try to continue. Right. Who made this? Somebody named. Yeah. So let's you try it and I will try it and tell me what you find. And I will because I'm recording this.
So I guess
recording my screen right now. I'll
since we're
share
out
this
of
video
time,
with you.
let's try to
And so you can
continue.
see what happened to me.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So let's you try it and I will try it.
Yeah, that went by
and
really
tell
fast.
me what you find,
Are
and
you
I
here on
will.
Saturdays?
Because I'm recording this.
I'm
Because
here
I'm thinking
from
about
recording my
changing
screen right now. I'll share this
class
video with you,
design. Okay.
and so you can see what happened.
Okay,
All right.
sure.
Okay. Yeah. Saturday I'm here from 10 to. And
Yeah, that went by really fast.
Also,
6.
are you here on
Talk with
Saturdays?
Yes.
Lucy.
I'm
Because
here
I'm thinking
from-
about changing like the class designer.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay,
See you.
sure.
See you. Yeah, Saturday I'm here from 10 to late in the evening,
Okay. Just making
like
sure.
6.
Okay.
So yeah, just talk with
Lucy.
So
She knows-
if I
she knows what's
do
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
On
See you.
See you.
my. It was like, wait, where was it? Here. Okay.
So if I do, it has the same content as what they
on
promised, right?
Yes.
My
It was like, wait, where was it? Here.
It says, as you can see, the contents of the resources can be found starting at the base of
Yes.
the jar, and our applications.property file is there in the meta-inf directory. You will also notice some other files there, like it says, as you can see, the contents of resources can be found starting at the base of the POM and the jar, and our applications. These come standard with generation of a jar file in Maven. You can create your own manifest. You will also notice some other files will generate one by default if you don't. Meta-inf can also modify the entries in the default manifest, as well as we'll touch on this later. The POM.xml and the POM.properties files. These come standard with generation of a jar so that each artifact produced by Maven can create your own manifest if self-describing, and also but Maven will generate one by utilize if you the metadata in your own application. You can also modify the entries. One simple use might be to retrieve the version. We'll touch on this later. Of your application. The POM.xml and the POM.properties on the POM file are packaged up in the jar so that Maven utilities produced by Maven is self-utilized. Self-describing standard Java API and look you like utilize the metadata in your own application. So this looks like the manifest. One simple use might be to retrieve the version of your application. Examining. Operating on the POM file would require you to use some Maven utilities, but the properties can be utilized using the standard Java API and look like the following. So this looks like the manifest that we were just. All right. Examining. Maybe this is how it used to. Where was it? Here, right? Maybe this is how it used to come out. So it says to add resources to the class path for your unit tests, you follow the same pattern as you do for adding resources to the jar. Maybe this is how it used to. Resources in is resources. Maybe this is how it used to be. So it says to add resources to the class path for your unit tests, you follow the same pattern as you do for adding resources to the jar, except the directory you place resources in for is resources. Can we add line numbers to this? Needs to be highlighted as well. So let's just make a note of that as we go. Things to fix for Apache. Can we add line numbers to this website? Show line numbers in Chrome console. I thought that is there a way to add line numbers? Copy as HTML. Wow. Show line numbers in Chrome console. What does control U do? I see. It opens the source. All right. Copy as HTML. Lost that line. Wow. Where were we? Manifest.mf. We were somewhere around here. Okay. What does control U do? Never search for this in the source. I see. It opens the source. All right. Oh no. This is what I need. I lost that line. Here. Where were we? Manifest so line 449. We were somewhere around 449 in. So let me search for this in the source. And this is what I need to fix right here. Needs. So it was line 449. Line 449. Okay. So supposedly our directory structure looks like this. So I'm gonna move these things from where they are highlighting into the resources. Okay. Wait, so I'm gonna rename this actually. Supposedly our directory structure looks like this. So I'm gonna move these things from where they are resources into the resources. Resources is in main. Wait, so I'm gonna rename this actually from so that should actually be 1 to 1 resources. Is that right? It should be in src. Because resources is in main. So that should actually be one main has, yeah, so its sibling is Java. So it should be let me just check src and then main. Sorry. So I have main has, yeah, so its sibling is Java. Main has resources. Let me just check. So I guess I'm supposed to delete this. Sorry. And then I think, and now I guess it's okay. It's the same. So I have main has resources. So I guess I'm supposed to delete this somewhat different, and then okay. I think, and now I guess it's okay, or it's the same. Take a look at this. Here it is. Look at this. Oh, so this is what is analogous to somewhat different. The maybe okay. The manifest thing that they mentioned. Let me just take a look at this. I'm curious. And it is the same. Looks like the only difference is that. Oh, so this is what is slightly. Oh yeah, it's in different order. That's all. The okay. The manifest thing that they mentioned. It says in a unit test, you could use a simple snippet of code like the following to access the resource required for testing. Is that. So we can put this in our Java slightly. Test, oh yeah, it's in different order. That's all. It says input stream is equals get class. It says in a unit test, you could use a simple snippet of code like the following to access the resource required for testing. Okay. So we can put this in our Java so this is a Maven thing, I guess, and put it says input stream is get class. The get class. Get class is a Maven thing. Not sure. Let me just see how did they test. How does the unit test look for Maven? Okay. Okay. So this is a Maven thing, I guess. Let me go into the tests directory. Get class. The get class method is a Maven thing. Not sure. Let me just see how did they. How does the unit test look for JUnit? Maybe it's a JUnit thing. That could. Okay. Let me go into the tests directory. Okay, How do I filter resource files? Sometimes a resource file will need to contain a value that can only be supplied JUnit at build time. To accomplish this in Maven, put a reference to the property that will contain the value in your resource file using the syntax property name. Okay. How do I filter resource files? So this is sometimes a resource file will need to contain a value that can only be supplied. Bash meaning at build shell. To accomplish this in Maven, put a reference to the property that will contain if it's going to apply the value in your resource file using the syntax property name. So this is again bash terminal syntax. Sometimes a resource file bash meaning need to contain a shell. Accomplish. And I'm not sure if it's going to apply. So let's take a look at what Windows terminals. Which resource? So it says is it? Though, sometimes a resource file will need to contain a value to accomplish this. Probably not this, right? So let's take a look at what it could mean. Which resource file? Maybe we put it in the XML. Sure. Let's take a look. So the property can be one of the values defined in your pom.xml, a value defined in the user's settings.xml. This is another thing that needs syntax highlighting. Maybe we put it in the XML. Let's take a look. So the property can be one of the values defined in your pom.xml, a value defined in the user's settings.xml. So this is another thing that needs syntax highlighting because it's a specific file over here. Search it. 480. Line in needs syntax highlighting, and we are here. And then let's go over here and search it. 480. So again, we are here. Okay. I will know what I meant there, even though it's not precise. So a property defined in an external properties file or a system property. To have Maven filter resources when copying, simply set filtering to true for the resource directory in your I will know. I guess I should say that. No, it's not precise. So a property defined in an external properties file or a system property. To have Maven filter resources when copying, simply set filtering to true for the resource directory in your .pom. I guess I should say this in things to fix Maven. Yes, code. Wait, is this not how? So let me save it on F. Things and not to remember what could be complaining about. Maven. Doesn't it says that's not? Wait, is this not how? Correct markdown, but whatever. So what's going on here? Is there a filter something? Filter dependencies filtering true. So under resources, resource directory, and then filtering true. It says that's not correct markdown, but whatever. You'll notice that we had to add. What's going on here? Is there a filter something? Filter pom.xml. Which pom.xml? So under resources, resource directory. I feel like we have a billion different filtering true. One in here. You'll notice that we had to add, so this was in, so I'm a bit confused. Pom.xml. Which pom.xml? Because now I feel like we have a billion different pom.xmls. One in here, so build resources. Here. Build, so under build, we can add, so build resources. There must be a faster way of doing this. And so under build, we can add. How do you add? There must be a faster way of doing this in VS Code, but I do not know what it is. No. Add autocomplete to VS Code. How do you add snippets? Snippets. No. New global. Add autocomplete to VS Code. My snippets. Snippets. Example. New global. Console. My snippets. Okay. Example. So this is supposed to be print to console. Oops. Wait, what? Oh, so this is a JSON file? Okay. Yeah. So this is supposed to be what is the name of my thing? Oops. It is tag in oh, so this is a JSON file? Yeah. Tags. So what is the name of my thing? It is, so the scope is tag in pom.xml. Tags. What am I talking about? So the scope is what am I talking about? It's not JavaScript. Prefix XML. The prefix is what is used to trigger the snippet of the body. Oh, I see. So resources, prefix, right? Prefix log. Body. The prefix is what is used to trigger the snippet of the body. Oh, I see. The body here is so resources, right? Body. Okay. So body here is so basically I just want this and okay. So probably I'm supposed to put $2 and then backslash. So basically I just want this and then mark. Like so that. Probably I'm supposed to put $2 and then backslash. Not sure. And backslash. Oh, so inside of double quotes you have to put these special characters in a single quote like that. Maybe these also. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure, but oh, so inside of double quotes you have to put these special characters in single quotes. Maybe these also need to go in single quotes. Again, I'm not sure. So if that's the case, and I want, so they put this in square brackets. Square bracket, then, prefix is what is that? That's the case. Oh, I see. Then I want, whoops. This should actually be square bracket, could be $1. and then supposedly the prefix is what is $. So let me see. So if I do this, oh, I see. Comma. So this should actually be, this could be $1. They put $2 there for tab stop. So let me see. So if I do this, not sure, comma. So description. Is this gonna work? Resources. So they put $2 there for tab stop or pom XML. And I'm not sure. Okay, so now if I come over here, so description, resources, element for pom.xml. Maybe I need to save and close this. Okay, so now if I come over here, let's see if I do this again, resources, path. So, resources is supposed to be in build. Close this. So build, nope, it's not working. Path. They lied to me. So, resources is supposed to be in build. I'm wrong. So build, let me search how to, it's not working. They lied to me. Add XML snippet in VS Code. Did something wrong. Let me search how to add XML snippet in VS Code. Is even VS Code? No. Wait, is this even VS Code? No. Oh, so oh, so enable it. Okay. Enable it. Okay. Oh, actually, preferences. So how do I actually? Preferences. Let me try on. Let me try on. Completed shellcode. Maybe I'm doing this wrong.
Related shellcode.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I give up. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Learn about this more later. Okay, so anyway, you'll notice that we had.
I don't know. I give up.
So,
See, where are we in the video?
125. I'll have to make a note. Learn about this more later. Okay, so anyway, you'll notice that we had. Let me just see, where are we in the video? Skip to 125. Okay, so it says you'll notice that we had to add build, resources, and resource elements, which weren't there before. In addition, we had to explicitly state that the resources are located in the src/main/resources directory. All this information was provided as previously. It says you'll notice that we had to add build, resources, and resource elements, which weren't there before. In addition, we had to explicitly state that the resources are located in the src/main/resources directory.
In order to override
all this information was provided as default values previously because
to reference a property defined in your
filtering
pom.xml. The property name uses the names of the XML elements that define the value,
with the POM being allowed as an alias for the project.
It was previously false. We had to add this
element
to a POM
the
in order
project
to override the default and set filtering to true. To reference a property defined in your pom.xml, the property name uses the names of the XML elements that define the value.
So project.name refers to the name
allowed
of
as
the
an
project,
alias
project.version
for the
refers to the version of the project, project.build.final name refers
for
to
the
the
project
file name of the
element.
file created when the
Let's take a look.
when the built project is
So this one.
packaged,
This is
etc.
the root most.
Note that some elements of the POM have default values, so
project.name
refers to the name of the project, project.version refers to the version of the project,
they don't need to be
explicitly
explicitly
defined
defined
in your
final name
pom.xml. The final name of the file created when
for the values to be available here.
When the built
Similarly,
project is
values in the
packaged,
user
etc.
settings.xml
Note
can
that
be
some elements
referenced
of the
using
POM
property
have
names
default
beginning
values,
with the
so
settings. For example,
so we don't
settings.local
repository refers to the path of those
so they don't need
local
to be explicitly
repository.
defined in your pom.xml.
Continue our example. Let's add a couple
For the
properties
values to be available
the applications.properties file, which
Similarly,
we put
values
in
in the user settings.xml can be referenced using property names beginning with the settings.
Let me
For example,
go ahead and add
settings.local
repository refers to the path of the user's local repository.
add this
To continue our example, let's add a couple properties to
also
the applications.properties file, which we put in the
src
main/resources directory. That's correct. So let me go ahead and add what they have here. So it says, to continue our example, let's add a couple of properties to the applications.properties file. And also, is that again?
Yeah,
that's it. Okay. So that's correct. So it says, to continue our example, let's add a couple of properties to the applications.properties file. Oh, where's that? I don't have this. I guess. Which we put, okay. src main resources. So then I need to src, unless it's referring to this. Oh, so I don't have this, I guess. src main resources. Okay, I'm just going to copy this and create a new application.properties and save it in resources. Okay, I'm just going to copy this and create a new. With that in place, you can execute the following command: application.process-resources of the build lifecycle phase. Resources. Okay, try this from the command line. Okay, with that in place, you can execute the following command: process-resources of the build lifecycle phase. using platform
Let's try this
encoding
from the command line.
CP1252 to copy filtered resources is platform dependent.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, so it wants me to use like UTF-8 or something like that. Using platform encoding CP1252 to copy filtered resources is platform dependent. Oh, so it wants me to use POM, like UTF-8 or something like that. Let's see, how do I do that? Building our POM. So this is supposed to be under project properties. So we're supposed to do I have a properties element? I guess I don't. So I guess I'll throw it in right after URL for some reason. So this is supposed to be under project properties. That makes. Do I have a properties element? I guess
Makes as much sense as anything else. So I guess I'll throw it in. Let me try
right
again.
After URL for some reason. MDN clean. Wait, should I clean? I'm not sure. Let me just try doing the last command again.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
Whoops.
So
okay. Let me try again. MDN clean. Wait, should I clean? I'm not sure. Let me just try doing the last command again. Whoops. Maybe I have to rebuild. And package. Okay. It actually had that warning on. Maybe I have to rebuild. MDN package. Hit here again. Maybe. Okay. Oh, it actually had that warning up at the top. Compile. Am I in the right directory even? It had it here again. Yeah, I am. Okay, trial. Compile. Were there any warnings? Yes. Am I in the right directory even? Yeah, I am. Nothing to compile. Yeah, I'm editing the wrong pom.xml. Ah, that's totally what it is. Let me just see, were there any warnings? Yes. I'm editing the wrong one. I'm editing the wrong pom. The real one. The other one is. Ah, that's totally what it is. Fake. Not fake, but generated. I am editing the wrong one from the real one. So let's try this again. This is the one. This is the real one. The other one is fake. Not fake, but generated from the real one. So let's try this again. Over again. There ain't. So actually, do it all over again. Okay. Were there any? Looks good. Warnings? I think. No warning. No. So let's go back here. Here. MDN. Okay, so with that in place, you can execute. We did that already. Looks good, I think. I think there's no warning. Let's do it again to see if it. So let's go back here. Cool. So the application properties. Okay, so with that in place, you can execute. We did that already. Looks like this. Let's do it again. See if it's true. It complains. Cool. So the application.properties file under target/classes looks like this. Let's see if that's true. It is not true. So it literally took $ curly braces and okay. No, it is not true. So it literally took $ curly braces. I think I can close that. Wait. Seems. Not sure how or why. Quick start archetype. Maybe I need to package. Maybe I haven't packaged. Is that why? Interesting. Something I guess is wrong. I'm not sure how or why. Quick start archetype. Maybe I need to package. Maybe I haven't packaged. Is that why? Reopening? Nope. Still not correct. So now there's something wrong here, I guess. Reference a property defined in an external file. All you need to do is add a reference to this external file in your Palm XML. First, let's create our external properties file and call it filter.properties. There's something wrong here, I guess. Let's see, do I have touch here? To reference a property defined in an external file, all you need to do is add a reference to this external file in your Palm XML. First, let's create our external properties file and call it filter.properties. So let me just see, do I have touch here? Get alias touch. Nope. So new dash item dash. Oh, I thought this. Okay. Item type file value. Maybe I'm forced. Oh, I thought this is okay. So it created it. Item type file value. Maybe I'm supposed to. Then I'm gonna throw this in there. I guess it created it, maybe. Now we'll add a reference to this new file by adding this element here, I guess. And then I'm going to throw this in there. Build. Now we'll add a reference to this new file by adding this element here, I guess. Then actually it makes me think that I'm missing something. It's in build. Ah, yeah. So I also copied this to the wrong directory. I mean the wrong Palm file. Then actually it makes me think that I'm missing something. Yeah. Ah, yeah. So I also copied this to the wrong directory. That was why? Not sure. I mean the wrong Palm file. Let's see if this does anything now. So if we add a reference to this property in the application.properties file. Yeah. Ooh. So maybe that was why? I'm not sure actually. Let's see if this does anything now. So if we add a reference to this property in the application.properties file, here's that. Did I close it? I guess so. I think this is it. Anymore? Where is that application.properties? That also doesn't exist anymore. Did I close it? I guess so. What's going on? I think this is it. Wait, where was that supposed to be? Under resources? Doesn't exist anymore? Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. What is going on? The next execution of MBN dash. Oh, this. Wait, where was that supposed to be? Work last time. Under resources. Failed to execute. Yeah. Error loading. Okay. The next execution of MBN dash. Okay, so now did not work last time. Failed to execute. Error loading. Again. Process feature. Okay, let me clear. Oh, I should have used the X switch. And now do get more detailed feedback. What went wrong? Okay. Let me try this again. Pull up. Process resources. Oh, I should have used the X switch. Get more detailed feedback on what went wrong. Okay. Scroll up. Error loading property file. And it says my property file that I created. Filter.properties. Failed to execute. Loading properties. But it doesn't tell me why. Error loading property file. This is not where the property file that I created. Filter.properties. Failed to execute. Loading properties. Where did I put my property? It doesn't tell me why. Is this not where the properties file is? Oh, I see. Put it in the wrong place. So it's supposed to be here. Oh, I see. SRC main, okay. Put it in the wrong place. So it's supposed to be here. SRC main, okay. Oh. Now maybe it's in the right place. Oh. Okay, let's try again. It's in the right place. So just going back, this command should have been not in. It should have been SRC. Okay, let's try again. So just going back, this command should have been yeah, not in. It should have been add that to the notes. My notes to myself. See things to fix. It's not really a thing to fix, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's okay. So now notes. I'm gonna try this again. My notes to myself. Things to fix. Okay. It seems not really a thing to fix, but and then. Okay, so now application.properties. I'm going to try this again. Have okay, it seems to have worked. Reload this of closing it, and then So application.properties should have okay, I'm gonna reload this without closing it. Okay, so is this the one? I don't see a okay, wait, so is this the one? I'm not seeing the thing in my application.properties. We add a reference. Which application talking about? Oh, this one maybe? Ah, this is it. I'm not seeing the thing in my application.properties. That's confusing. If we add a reference, which application is confusing talking about? So this line here. Oh, this one maybe? Ah, this is it. The one in classes 70. Wow, that's confusing. To me, it's confusing. So this line here, let me copy this. So 570. It needs clarification as to which. This is probably all super obvious stuff to people who know Maven, but for beginners, it needs clarification because obviously if you've used Maven before, obviously the application.properties. This is probably all super obvious stuff. Is a template, and the application.properties in classes is a who know generated, but that is not for beginners. It's going to be just learning. Because obviously, if you've used an alternative to defining the application in an external file, you could also resources find it is a template section of application.properties and classes is a notice. I don't need the references, but that is not obvious. This one filter is just learning more. Okay, you can add my.filter.value as an alternative to defining. In an filtering resources, you could also get values from the properties section of either the system properties built into Java. I don't need the references like java.version to that properties defined on the command line. So you can add my.filter like using the standard java-d filtering resources can also get values from the system properties or either the system properties built into Java like java.version or properties defined on the command line. Like using the standard. Now when you execute the following command, to continue the example, let's change our application.properties file to look like this. Command.line.prop property on the command line. The application.properties file will contain the values from the system properties. Now when you execute the following command, note the definition of the command line command.line.prop probably property. It's okay on the command line because the application.properties this is a the values from the system properties. This is a parameter. Another parameter. So first of all, is this something that from PowerShell likes? Probably it's okay over here because this is a this is a so we got it. This is a parameter command.line.prop. And this is another parameter. How do I use external dependencies? You've probably already noticed the dependencies element in the POM we've been using as an example. You have in fact been using an external dependency all this time. So we got here we'll talk about how this works in command.line.prop. For a more thorough how do I use external dependencies? Refer to our You've probably already noticed the dependencies element in the POM we've been using as an example. You have in fact the external dependencies that our project dependency all this time. But here we'll talk about how this works in compile time, a bit more detail. Test time, runtime, or a more thorough introduction. Right now, our project is depending on JUnit introduction to dependency. Took out all the resource. The dependency section of the POM XML lists all the external dependencies that our project needs in order to build, whether it needs that dependency at compile time, test time, runtime, or whatever. Right now, our project is depending on JUnit only. So we have that here. Took out all the resource filtering stuff for clarity. Different version of JUnit. External Dependencies, JUnit. Scope test. So we have that here. Let's see, JUnit Maven version. Different version of JUnit. Interesting. So there is a 14. Let me see. JUnit 12 Maven version and 13. Okay. So there is a 14.12 and 13. So supposedly, or it seems like, we could even 4.13 here. Okay. So supposedly, or it seems like, we could even use 4.13 here. I guess I need to specify candidate 1. So 3.8.1 was a leading edge of JUnit. I guess I need to specify for this candidate 1. Wait. Still in the right place? Okay. Now when we compile the project, we'll see leading edge download the JUnit log4j dependency for us. Oh, they added something. Wait. So this. Okay, wait. Am I still in the right place? Okay. Now when we compile the project, we'll see Maven each download external dependency. You'll need to define at least 4 things. Group ID, artifact, they added something. Version and scope. The group ID, artifact ID, and version are the same as those given in the pom.xml for the project that built that dependency. The scope element indicates how your project external dependency and can be values like at least 4 things. Group ID, artifact, and runtime. Version and scope. The group ID, for more information on everything you can specify for a dependency, see the project descriptor that built that dependency. For more information about the dependency mechanism as a whole, how your project uses that dependency and can be values like compile, test, and runtime. With this information about a dependency, for more information on everything you can specify, Maven will be able to reference the dependency when project descriptor reference. For more information about the dependency mechanism as a whole, see the introduction to dependency mechanism. With this information about a dependency, Maven looks in your local repository. Maven will be able to reference the dependency when it builds all the dependencies. In the previous section, we installed does Maven the artifact from our project dependency from? Maven looks in your dot 1.0. Once it's installed there, Maven looks in your local repository. Another project can reference that home jar as a dependency. All the dependencies. In the previous section, we installed adding the dependency information to it from our project. My app dot could refer to my own once it's installed there app this way. Another project can reference that another app dependent on one that I simply and installed in my adding the dependency information to its pom.xml. .m2 directory. So what about dependencies built somewhere else? How do they get into my local repository? Whenever a project references a dependency that isn't available in the local another app dependent on Maven will download the dependency from a remote repository into the local repository. .m2 directory. You probably what about dependencies built somewhere else? How do they get into my local very first project? Whenever a project these downloads were dependency that isn't available in the local repository to build the project, Maven will download the dependency from a local repository Maven users can be found and browsed at repo.maven.apache.org. You probably noticed Maven downloading a lot of things when you built your very first project. These downloads were dependencies for the various plugins used to build the project. By default, the remote repository Maven uses can be found and browsed at repo.maven.apache.org /Maven2. Is there a Maven 3? All right. No. You can set up your own remote
What about
repository
just plain Maven?
to use instead of or in addition to the default remote repository. For more information on repositories, you can refer to Introduction to Repositories. Let's add another dependency to our project. Let's say we've added some logging. You can set up your own remote repository to use instead of or in addition to the default remote repository. First, we need to know what for more information on repositories you can refer to Introduction to Repositories. The appropriate directory on Maven dependency to our project. Let's say we've added some logging to the code and need to add log4j as that directory is a file called. First, we need to know what group ID artifact and version are for log4j. The appropriate directory on Maven Central is called this here. In that directory is a file called. Here's what it looks like. So let's go there. It goes to 1.2.12 for them. For us, it goes 1.2.17. And yeah. From this file, we can see that the group ID we want is log4j and the artifact is log4j. We see lots of different version values to choose from. For now, we'll just use the latest version, 1.2.12. And some Maven. From this file, we can see that the group ID we want is log4j and the artifact is log4j. We see lots of different version values to choose from. For now, we'll just use the latest version, 1.2.12 of the log4j library. Inside each of these, we'll find the actual jar file alongside as well as the POM file. Maven. This is the pom.xml for the dependency, indicating alongside the Maven-metadata.xml file, we can say another Maven-metadata.xml file. There's also inside each of these MD5, we'll find the actual jar file, which contains as well as the POM file. MD5 this hashes is the pom.xml for the dependency, indicating any further dependencies. You can use this to authenticate the library to figure out which version of Maven-metadata you may be using already. There's also an that we know the information we need. We can add the dependency to each of these for pom.xml. MD5 hashes for these files here. You can use this to authenticate the library to figure out which version of the particular library you may be using already. Now that we know the information we need, we can add the dependency. So let's make this 17.xml. Was the last. So this is the last one listed here, right? Yes. We're going to add 2, and then we'll see it download. So let's make this 17 compile, which was the last one listed here. Oops, right? Yes. What? And then we'll see it download when we do compile. Okay, cool. Did it download? Yes. Oops. And it downloaded the release candidate that I specified also. Cool. How do I deploy my jar in my remote repository? Okay, cool. Did it download? Yes. Almost done. And it downloaded the release candidate that I specified. I'm going to pause here and continue next How do I deploy my jar tomorrow in my remote repository? Yes. Okay, good night, everybody. Am I almost done?